The absorption rate constant can be determined by three methods. The method of residual, second is the Wagner-Nelson method, and third one is the Lou-Riegelsmann method. By these three methods, we can determine the absorption rate constant. Now, if you see the systemic absorption of the drug administered orally, a solid dosage form, it undergoes a different rate process, such as the dissolution of the drug, GI motility, blood flow, then transport of drug molecules into the blood capillary and then into the systemic circulation. So the rate of drug absorption is the overall of this individual rate process. The rate of drug absorption which shows the first order absorption, second or zero order absorption, or the mix of this first order or zero order. If you see the immediate drug release formulations which shows the first order absorption. In the case of controlled drug delivery formulation, it shows the zero order absorption. Now we'll see the advantage of this absorption rate constant. The main advantage of this absorption rate constant is used in the designing of multiple dosage regimen. So it's the main advantage of this Ka absorption rate constant. Now we'll see the method of residual. It is also called as a feathering, peeling and stripping. It's a commonly used in the pharmacokinetics to resolve a multi-exponential curve into the individual components. For the drug which follows the one compartment kinetic and administered extravascularly, at that time the plasma drug concentration is given by the equation C is equal to Kfx0 divided by Vd in bracket Ka minus Ke into e power minus Ket minus e power Kat. Consider it as an equation 1. Now, if you take this as a constant, it is also called as a hybrid constant. So that will be considered. It will take as a K A. So A it will take as a This whole will consider as an A, which is called as a hybrid constant. Then the equation becomes the equation 2 becomes like this. C is equal to A into bracket e power minus Kt minus e power minus Kat. So A is the hybrid constant. Now here if you see, during the elimination phase, the absorption is completely stopped. No absorption is taking place. At that time, the second exponential will become the 0. So this will become 0. At that time, the equation becomes C is equal to A into A raised to e power of e Ket. So consider it as an equation 3. Now, if we backpollate this curve, it will intercept to the y-axis. It will intercept to the y-axis and it becomes the curve that is the back extrapolated plasma concentration value, and this is the true plasma concentration value. In this case, we have to, so we will remove this C. The equation becomes A e raised e power to K E T. Consider it as an equation 4. After doing the log, the equation becomes log of C backpollated is equal to log A minus K E T divided by, consider it as an equation 5. Now after, see this is the K. From this we can remove we have plotted this graph log C versus time. Log C versus this two variable log c versus time, the elimination, the terminal, the slope, we'll get this slope, and that is this slope, that is equal to minus k e divided by, this is the elimination rate constant from this slope. Now the next we have to remove the residual value. For to remove the residual value, we have to minus this from this part. This is the extra backpolluted part. We have to substitute this value from this, and the equation will become the C backpolluted minus C. Then the equation becomes A e raised to minus k e t. Consider it an equation 6. This becomes the equation, becomes the, which is also called as a CR is equal to k e power k a t. Consider it as equation 7. So this CR is nothing but this is the back extrapolated plasma concentration minus the through plasma concentration value. So it is a CR. By doing the log of this, you will get the equation log CR is equal to log A minus Ka divided by 2.303. So now here we will remove the residual line, that will be, for example, so like this, the residual curve is this will consider residual curve. The slope of this will be by removing the slope, you will get the minus Ka 2.303. This is the log C versus T, the two variable by which we can remove the minus K divided by 2 point. This is the absorption rate constant. Secondly, the most here is that if this technique or this method work best when the difference between the K and Ke, when the difference between this Ka value and K is maximum, more. If there should be a more, the K value should be more as compared to this, there should be a difference 3 to 4 times more as compared to K. At that time only this it will use as a base technique. Now if you see in some cases, in the case of IV bolus administration, in this case the terminal slope will becomes the K minus K, whereas the residual curve will becomes the minus K. So that's why it is called as a flip-flop phenomenon. So this flip-flop phenomenon is why, because in this case the interchange their meaning. These two curve, the slope curve which interchange their meaning, so it's called as a flip-flop phenomenon. Now in this case we can remove the log straight line which intercept to the x-axis. This is the log t, log time. This is a time, log time. Now in this case, if the log time, which is when in some case this extrapolate this residual line, when it is intercept to the y-axis, the residual line and the extra backpolate line, when it is intercept to the y-axis, and at the time of the t0, when it is showing the t0, it will show the t0. At that time it will not show any lag time. But when the lag time or the time is greater than 0, at that time it will show the lag time. The terminals